Hi Maria, so this is how I like to do the eye swaps or the head swaps or anything like that. I think I've had to do it with hands and legs or whatever. You have two really good pictures here to do it because literally their heads are the same, the lighting is the same, everything's the same except the eyes. So what we're going to do, we're going to take the eyes from the mom that are open. So the first thing I do is come over here and grab my selection tool, and I just use a square. Some people say, use the marquee tool or whatever, but I just use a square. And then drag a good amount around the eyes, and then come over here and use the move tool. And you're just going to move this so I have the other photo open. You're just going to drag it up and then bring it back down on the other one. So what you're going to do is kind of line it up, and you can see that Photoshop kind of does these purple lines, and they understand what you're doing and they're trying to help you out a little bit, but they're not always the best. So what I like to do is go over here, and on that layer that we just added, I like to change the opacity down around, between 60 and 70. And what that does is it makes it a little bit see-through so that I can line it up just right. And I usually like to look for another defining feature like the nose or the eyebrows. If you can line it up with those, then chances are your eyes are going to be, because it's kind of hard to see the eyes, but if you could line it up with the nose or the eyebrows, yeah, chances are you'll be good. So I need to, and you can use, sometimes I need to use the arrows because the mouse makes it a little bit difficult. Okay, so that actually looks really good. So I'm going to go back over here and put my opacity at 100, and that actually looks really good, except you can kind of see some of the squares up here, which is fine. So the next thing you're going to do is create a layer mask for your layer. So this little circle with a square in it, that's your layer, but we're going to do like an opposite layer mask. So on my Mac, I'm going to hit Alt or Option. If you have a PC, I'm not sure, it's probably Command or Control. It's been a while since I've used a PC. So Option, and then click on the mask. So what that did, here's our mask, and it hid everything that we just did. So what we're going to do is we're going to come over here and grab our brush tool with white, and I like to use a soft brush, so that means my hardness is at 0, so it's not such a blunt edge. And then what we're going to do is just, when we paint, it's going to uncover everything that we just did. So we're just going to brush, and I'll probably do it a little bit around the eye just to make sure that, it gets the correct skin tone. And then just kind of brush it on. Now with the little boy's face that I did yesterday, there was I kind of had to keep going back and forth. I would have to switch to my black and then hide some things that I didn't like, or, I had to switch back and forth a lot. So then if you go over here to your eye, no pun intended, and just click back and forth, it kind of looks like she's just blinking at you. So that's how you can see, just to make sure that, that it's all in the right position. So that's how I do it. And then this is a really great picture. I really love the pose and the setting. It's really beautiful. I might boost your exposure just a little bit. But yeah, that is a really pretty picture. So let me know if you need anything else.